much. Oh, wow. Thank you. I will. That I really appreciate that. Thank you. Ah, coffee. I love coffee. Oh, this morning, for those of you in America, good morning. For those in South Africa, good afternoon. And for those in Australia, I'll see you later. Please don't be awake yet. It is good morning, Diane. It is so nice to spend time with you guys today. So, yesterday I did finish the little bag. Actually, I did it this afternoon. It looks like this. And then there's the zip. So you can go in there and there's a lining on the one side and just the plain inside on the other side. If I wanted to be really fancy, I would have lined it completely, but I didn't feel like it. And then this is the bag. And on the inside, I put a little handmade. Good morning, Anne. And then I used the velvet ribbon. I just sewed it together. And this is my logo. It used to be my logo for my business my sewing business that I had. And I'm trying to find a way of making labels without having to have them printed because they're so expensive. And I see there is like heat transfer paper and stuff, but I haven't been able to locate them. And you know, you get like in America you have Amazon. So we have Amazon, but it's international, so it's extremely expensive. But we have a thing called, oh, thank you. We have a thing called Take-A-Lot. And I've been looking on Take-A-Lot, and then I found some websites that sell it, but I'm still looking around. So if you have any ideas of how to make labels without costing an arm and a leg, I would really appreciate it. So anyway, you wear the bag like this, and it just folds over like this. So I think I might have to make 2 tassels to just put over there. Actually, I'm going to wear it like this. To put over there just to weight it down. Or I might put maybe I'm just going to put 2 press studs there. That's maybe a better idea. Yeah, I think I will put 2 press studs. And then just so she can, no, it's too much work. I'm just going to put 2 tassels. I've got some more things like this, tassel type of things. Let's have a look how this will work if you make 2 tassels out of this. Just like that. I think I have some pink. I'm going to use some pink for tassels. I think that would be really pretty. But yes, that's the bag and it's done. And it can stay there for now. From all the sewing, my thumb where I'm cutting out, it's now a blister. I hope it becomes a callus soon. So today we are making pillowcases. When I was with my nephew for his wedding, we made him a waistcoat in this, and it was so cute. When he put it on, he was like, ooh. So I asked him and his wife, would you like a few cushions with the leftover fabric? Because I bought the fabric for him. And their faces just lit up because they've got like a harbor type of style. So velvet cushions in their house is going to be so stunning. I just have enough for the front. So I said to them, listen, I don't want to spend extra money. Will it be okay if I use zips that I have? So it's different colors. I've just lost one. Oh, there it is. And for the back, I only have this fabric. But they were fine with that. So let's make cushions. Cushion covers, and then what I will do is I will just mail it to them, and then I've measured the cushions when I was there, so they can just put them on their cushions. So the first one is I'm going to make the long oblong one, and I'll put the zip so you don't see it. So this zip will go like this. And I've changed the cotton already. What are you guys sewing on today? So the next step, so now I've just sewed the edge to the edge of the fabric. My next step is to sew it there. So it just touches the zip and sew it like a millimeter from the edge. I think I'm going to go with the white cotton. It will be a bit better, not show up so much. So let's do that. I'm going to move you a little bit so you can see my machine. With the cotton and the needle, take the glasses off so I can see. There, it's free. Okay, next step, sew this so it is next to where the zipper runs. And then when I get to the zip where the zip is, then I just open it up. You're making things to fill the pouches, just finished. This morning I'm doing cotton thread crocheting. Oh, that sounds nice. What are you crocheting? My crochet needles are in a bag in England at the moment. I might have to go and get some, but I still have my grannies, and I like to do smaller, like with the thinner cotton. Diane, you are finishing up the sleeve bands and the waistband on your grandson's sweatshirt. You only sewed on it while sewing with us. Oh, how wonderful. Yes, I'm so proud of you for looking after yourself. And you're making some angel. Oh, Becky, that sounds beautiful. Okay, let me sew the next fast as possible. These two were exact. Oh, I sewed the wrong one. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Don't have to worry. Yeah, it's amazing how much you can get done in an hour. If you don't have to unpick a lot, like I did yesterday. I just want to sew it from this side because you can see the fabric is stretching as I go. Okay, now that is done. I am going to take this and fold it so it just covers the zip. Oh, that's tiny. It's about that size. Oh, that's so sweet. My one friend, she is a master crocheter. She used to write crochet patterns for a local magazine called Ideas. And she loves working with the fine work. And she also used to make porcelain dolls. And then she would make these porcelain dolls this size. No, they were about this size. And then she would crochet these beautiful little dresses for them. Oh, and then she would sell it at markets and people would moan about her prices, and it was so cheap. I mean, I can't even think she asked 200 rands for one. That's like dollars at the moment, times 2, no, divided by 10. So it was under $20. A little girl, porcelain doll. Oh, yeah. But I'm sure yours are going to look so lovely. I hope you send us photos. Or when you're done, maybe you can tag me in in your videos if you want, Becky. That would be so cool. Okay, and one more on the end. Now turn it around, and I'm just going to sew where I sewed before on that line, and I'll move my thing so it doesn't bunch up. Oh, I need to sew it from the other side because I have green at the bottom. Wait, I can change the cotton. Let's change the cotton, it's easier. We'll use the green when we get to the front. Okie dokie, the zip is in. And now I can pin, or I'm going to use my clips, clip my front and back together so I can sew them. That's quite tiny. Sure. Let's move the machine. Put this down. Oh, I just want to sew that closed. And back to your point of not wanting to get burnt out again. It's so easy to do that to yourself because you think, oh, I'm just going to sew another little bit and another little bit, and before you know it, those little bits add up and you end up sewing the whole day or however long, and then by the time you're done, you are so tired, you don't know if you're coming or going, and then sewing is not fun anymore. I remember when I used to have my shop and I would sew for orders. So when I did prom dresses, I didn't take more than 10 per season because most of the schools where I was living had their prom at the same time. But even then, it really got to be so overwhelming some days because I would get up before work because I was still working full-time as well. So I would get up before work, start doing all the things that I needed to do, get the dresses ready. Then in the afternoon, like I think I finished at 1:30. So I would be home by 2. And then everybody would come for their fittings. And it just got to a point by the end of prom season, I would be burnt out. And then it would be time for wedding season. And it would be bridesmaids dresses and all of those things. So, and then in between I was sewing for my shop as well. And you know, if you have a shop, you have to have different sizes. So I was just non-stop working, and I got to a place where I was seriously burnt out and I just couldn't continue that pace. So yeah, please look after yourself. Need some more of these. I need the bigger ones for this side. Oh, that's also something I was wondering. You guys like to use clips or do you like to use pins? For me, I prefer pins mostly. I think just because I haven't worked with a lot of clips. But when I work with velvet or thick fabrics and stuff like that, then I find um, this way of doing it is actually best, of just using clips for the process. I see you also use both. Where your pins become pricks. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, okay, so you also use clips, Diane. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to sew. So I'm just going to sew on this side. Actually, remember? Yeah, I'm going to sew on this side. And remember, with you actually for velvet you need a walking foot because it keeps on moving. Should I put a? Let's do the paper trick. Then I just want to get some paper quickly. Here's my papers over there. So with velvet, it's better to use a walking foot because it keeps on moving as you sew. But I don't have a walking foot here. My walking foot's in England. Is there a new person here? Let me see. Oh no, that's Diane. Okay. So you can sew with paper. Because at the bottom you have the feet moving the fabric, but at the top the foot of the machine sometimes gets stuck to it. So I'm just going to put paper down and sew it like this, and then as you go just keep your fabric tight towards you. Still warped a little bit so that you can see, but I think it's okay. And then you just peel the paper off and the rest will wash away. Let's try a little bit without paper and see what it does. I'm going to sew this one from this side and just see if it's better. Oh, it actually is better. It's still moving a little bit, but not as much as before. Okay, Mm, yep, still moving. I think it's like the way, which way the velvet, the things run. I think that's part of the problem. Okay, last side. Now, I think with velvet, I should actually just tack it before I sew. There's my scissors. You say you've used velvet years ago, matching outfits for all of your mother's grandchildren at the time, and we had pictures done. Wow, that was a lot of outfits. And how did you find working with velvet? I have a love-hate relationship. I think it is beautiful, but oh my goodness, I cannot stand how it leaves fluff all over. Yeah, that's so true. That nap is a big thing. Was right. Okay, I've overlapped it beforehand, but I think I'm going to go around it just once more. And here you can see it moved. Oh my goodness. Luckily it's just a pillowcase. You should have seen me with his waistcoat. Oh, I was tacking non-stop and it took me forever just to get everything together. So that side's right. This side's not right. Okay? And pick again. Let's try again. Where's my glasses? Hi, Josie. welcome here. Rompers and 2 vests for the boys. If I can find the pictures, I will share them sometime. Oh, that would be so cool. Okay, I'm going to go over to pins because I think I'm just going to sew over the pins. It's not the best thing to do, but at least then I know that they won't move so much while I'm working. Okay, let's try again. Ooh, that's the sound you don't want to hear. Luckily the needle didn't break. I am making a velvet pillowcase for my nephew and his wife today. Actually 2. I made his waistcoat for his wedding out of the velvet, and then I asked them if they would like to have a pillowcase out of it, and they were so excited, so that's what I'm doing. And we are going to overlock now. I know it's noisy, I'm sorry, I'll be quick with this. It's just to cut off the excess fabric. Awesome. Let's go back here. So for the corners, I cut them like this. And then I'm going to zigzag where I've cut. And this takes away some of the bulk in the corners. Oh, Josie, are you making something out of linen? I love working with linen. It's one of my favorite fabrics. I was once chatting to a friend of mine and I was like, if I could have linen for my whole wardrobe, I would. And she turned around just like, you know what, I bought linen. I hate working with it. Here you go. And she gave me 3 beautiful pieces of linen. But the good quality, like the European linen, which is so nice. What are you making, Josie? Our first pillowcase is done. And then I go, I open it like that. Oh. quilt. Nice. I cut my linen with scissors, and sometimes I'll use my rotary cutter. That also works well. You can also tear it, but linen is so expensive, you don't want to lose anything. And when you tear it, it makes like little threads. Like this is a heavyweight linen. I've cut this. Oh, that sounds beautiful, Josie. So just one thing to remember with velvet, if you iron it, put it on a piece of velvet when you iron it, or you get a velvet, it's like fine little metal thingies that you can, velvet pressing mat. If you press it without that, it just goes flat. Josie, is that a present or is it for you? I'm so excited for finishing this because now I can actually, I just need to do the other one now, and then I can send it to them, and they are going to, on their honeymoon over Christmas. I think they're leaving on the 16th. So then otherwise I can only send it to them in the beginning of next year. So I'm very excited that I can actually put this in a bag and get it to them. Oh my goodness, I love it. I don't even mind the fabric at the back. I thought I would. Oh, for your granddaughter. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Yeah, you can do that. Then it gives you exact squares. Let me just find a piece of fabric. I can show you. So if you look at this, this is almost like linen. And you see these little lines? So what you do is in the middle, just take my glasses off so I can see. I don't know, can you see here? So I take a needle and I just, or a pin I mean, and I just lift the thread like that. And then you can, I should actually do it closer to the end. So lift the thread like that, and then you can start pulling it. And you just pull it small little movements as far as you can, and that will give you the line. You can see the line there that you can then cut on, and then you just keep on pulling a thread until you've got all your squares. And then if your linen is not looking straight, you can literally take it and just put it on the corners like this, and that should straighten out the grain. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this one is done. Yes, you cut where you pulled on that line. So if you look at this piece that I just pulled, is it this piece? Yeah, over there. If you look at that, I would cut on that line where I pulled it. Okay, next one. So for this one, I don't have long enough zips, but it is not a problem. I just want to make sure it's big enough. Yes, it's not a problem because, oh yeah, you can do it in the selvage as well. I've got 2 zips, which I am now going to let meet in the middle. And as I said before, you're not going to see the zips, and then when you go to the middle, you just fold it back like this when you sew it in place. So let's put these zips in for the second pillowcase. then the other one. Again, fold over the end. And let them kiss like that. And I like to sew on the zip side because the zips are woven and they're quite sturdy, and then your fabric don't pull as you go. And like I said before, my aim is to use up my stash. So that is why I'm not going to go out and buy any fabrics or zips or anything. I just want to use my stash for everything that I sew in this 30 days of sewing. And also to prove to myself that I can, because often, I don't know about you, but often what happens is if I start a project and I see I don't have what I need, exactly the right color and the right thread and whatever, then I stop and then I don't continue because now I have to wait until I can go shopping. So I'm trying to prove to myself that I don't need to go shopping to do these things, that I can just use what I have and make a plan. If I was making this for a client, that would be a different story, but it's just my nephew and he's going to be happy. He's not even going to look on the inside of this cushion. So for that reason, I will do it like this. And also anything that I'm going to make for myself, I'll try and match everything up. But if I can't, then like I didn't have a white zip for my white pants that I'm busy with, so I've recut the pattern or changed the pattern so that it gets the elastic in the back. So I'm going to do that type of adaptations. These zips are actually really good quality. I think it was from an old lady who gave up her sewing room, and I got a thing full of haberdashery and stuff, because I can see they're not new zips, that's still the old kind. Okay, so it's in like that. Now we're going to do the other side. Close it. Clean my pin holder. I have a magnet in there and it works quite well, but usually I put it at the bottom. There's a screw over there. Ow. There's a screw over there, and then the whole thing gets stuck to the screw. So I usually just put it there and it just holds. And then now it's stuck to my machine. And then my pins don't fall out. And for this one, for the other side, I'm just going to pin it in place to make sure they align. Yeah, that's actually a very good point, Diane. If you don't pull the threads right and it's not square, they do not line up. And a cathedral window quilt, oh wow, that must have been beautiful. And so it is important when you pull your threads to, like Diane said, pull it in line with your selvage, because then you know all your fabrics have the same stretch direction. Because you know when you have a fabric, sometimes it stretches more to one side than to other sides. Like this one, this part doesn't stretch as much as that side. You can see how it pulls over, and this side doesn't, it's just straight. So yeah, keep it in line with your selvage. That's a very good point. I just pinned it wrong. Goodness. you, you also pin it wrong some days. Let's sew it all down. At one stage, I had an upholstery business with my one friend, and yeah, you're right. And then we would do everything, and we made a lot of cushions for people. Oh my goodness, she's still making cushions where I used to live, but it took so much time to make all these cushions. But my friend, she's pedantic, so she would sit and tack everything, and we worked so well together because of that. Because she would do the things I don't like, and I would do the things she doesn't like, and yeah, we had a nice little business going. Okay, we've done that part. And now let's do this. So this folds over and it covers the zip where I sewed before on that line. I folded to there. I'm just going to put a few pins just to make sure it doesn't move. Okay, there's another one needed there. Now let's sew the zip, final stage. then on the edge I'm just going to sew it from there to this line, and then do the same on the other side. Yeah, you know what, Becky, I agree. When I crochet or knit with linen or cotton, my hands get so sore. It's really hard. It's so much easier to knit with and crochet with wool, because it's got a little bit of a stretch, and linen and cotton doesn't. So are you going to work on something else, or are you just going to sit with us? Okay, it's in, and you open it. This. Now that also takes its toll. Okay, we have a zip, and you won't see it if it's in, because it folds over like that. Now it's time to put these two together. And I think I'm just going to use the pins for this step, because they did move around the last time. Oh. Just sit. Oh, that's nice. I could never just sit, and that's something I've taught myself. I taught myself to rest, but I had to, because it was something I was really bad at. And then every so often I would have burnout and not understand why. And in the meantime, I would go like I don't know if you have it there, we have a battery called Duracell. And the ad for it is this bunny that plays like drums, and it just keeps going and going and going. So I used to be like a Duracell bunny. And I paid the price after a few years. And now I am quite good at resting. Maybe too good, because some days I don't do much. That one. Large floor cushion for their children. She bought the fabric, and I was so nervous. She said the fabric was 75 rands a yard. Oh, that's harsh. Oh my goodness. So how do you work out your pricing for that, things like that? So when I was still sewing a lot, I would literally, for my pricing, I would take the price of the fabric, okay, there's something. Ooh, there you fall off. Okay. Oh, we're still there. Okay. So Becky, I can see your I'm just going to put you here for a bit. I can see your message there. You were afraid for the children, mulling them about, for small children mulling them about. It's trying to hide the message. I don't know if it's showing on the screen, but you know how it goes. They make their own rules, YouTube and everybody else. So I'm trying to show it, but it says another moderator handled it. So I don't know if it's showing. You can just let me know. Now, how's this possible? I made it the same size. I made sure about that. And now it's not. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. So I have a screen. I have a holder here for my phone, and my phone keeps on flipping out of it. I actually need to get another holder because this one isn't very safe. But yeah, I hate if I have something that I bought already and then I have to replace it with something else. I hate doing that. I don't. I just. It feels like such a waste. So anyway, yeah, it keeps on kicking me out of the holder. So sorry, guys. Okay. Oh, so back to the pricing for something like that. I would ask the price of the fabric, and I would literally, that's my base. If it was 75, I would be $75, and then okay, and I will. I actually have another one. I was just going to find it. So then I would double that, because if you mess up, you need to be able to replace the fabric. So it would be double the price of the fabric, and then my normal make fee, what I would charge. And if people didn't want to pay that, that was just the way it is. Then they can go and find somebody else. Because I didn't always do that, and it cost me quite a lot in. Because you'd go. Sometimes you do mess up. Oh my goodness. That's huge. But why would you buy such expensive fabric for children? I don't get it. Ooh. Was it nice though, the fabric? Were you able to make something for yourself out of it later? Or was it just upholstery? Yeah, exactly. Now, sometimes if people don't sew and don't understand fabric, it's interesting to see how they think about it and what they come up with. Sure. Okay. What did you make out of it for yourself? I made the most beautiful wedding dress once in a beautiful French lace. It was exquisite. It was like out of Duchess satin, and Duchess. She, yeah, that's true. Uh, oh, okay, that's a long time. So the Duchess satin is quite a sturdy fabric. So the dress was just of little straps, princess lines, and then it had this French lace like an overcoat over it, and it was exquisite. And she also said that I could keep the fabric, the leftover fabric. There wasn't a lot left over, but there's maybe enough for like a little jacket or something. And this was also about 20 years ago, and I still haven't made anything out of it because it is just too beautiful. That whole thing of precious fabrics, where you look at it and it's like, I can never replace this. Because even at that stage, 20 years ago, it was also about $75 a meter. It was so expensive, but so beautiful. This is cute. So I'm proud of you for making something out of it. Josie, is the quilt a Christmas present for your grandchild? Yeah, it is quite terrifying to sew with such expensive fabrics. It is nice though, because at that stage it was not fabrics that even today I won't really buy fabrics like that. Maybe if it's for a really special occasion, then I would. Um, but yeah, it is nice when you can work with this type of thing. But with that specific wedding dress, I was doing the sleeves and it had buttons down here because it was a long sleeve one, and it had like scallops on the edge. And so I was ironing it, and I went to my friend because she had an industrial iron that she was actually a dressmaker, professional dressmaker, even more professional than I was at that stage. So I went to iron at her place, and she said to me, don't, because she made a lot of wedding dresses, she said, don't steam it, just iron it. So I did that, and somewhere along the line there was still some steam in the iron, and the steam burst forth, and then it burned a hole in the lace. But it was a silk lace, so the silk just disintegrated. So what I did is I took some of the lace, luckily it was lace, and then I used flowers, and I made extra patterns on the sleeves with the flowers that I cut out, and I sewed them by hand to cover the hole. So I put some of the lace, and then where I had to join them, I just put some of the lace outcuts over it, and then I did the same on the other side. But I tell you, it was like one of those moments where I just burst out in tears because there's nothing else that you can do. Oh no, that was a scary moment. I just want to see something. Just as I thought, it is cute. Okay, now then it's fine. Yeah, that's the nice thing with lace. It's easy, or not easy, but there is a way of saving it. It's when it's like plain fabrics. Oh, no. Okay, let's sew this. I'm actually quite nervous about this one. Whew. So I'm sorry you're down there. Now you're just seeing. Let me see if I put you on top of something. Maybe there. How's that? Can you see? Oh, but you're gonna fall off. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh, how cool that your sister has a wedding shop. Does she buy the dresses in and just alter them, or does she make the dresses? We found a space that's safe. I'm gonna leave you there because that's a good space. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that's easier. Where are you from, Josie? Are you from America, or are you living in another country? Ah, Italy. Oh, wow. I visited Italy for 2 days in the 90s, and I always said I'm going to come back because it was just so beautiful. It was in winter, and we went to Milan, um, my boyfriend at that stage and I, and it was so much fun, but it was just too short. thing has moved. It's coming. One of these days. I'm coming to visit Italy. Not in summer. Is it too hot in summer? What's the problem in summer? I love winter though. So I'm going to just finish sewing this, and then I see our time is up, but I'll just want to finish this pillowcase, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Oh yeah. What's the temperatures in summer over there? Like 35 degrees Celsius or even higher. Because Cape Town is also extremely hot in summer, or actually, according to some people it is. So our summer is not very long. Oh, Becky, maybe we should move there. A visit. Are you finished? Well done, Diane. Maybe we should make a plan and all go together and have a trip to Italy. Now that would be nice. Up to 40. Okay, now I'm not coming in summer. I think I will come in spring or autumn. Because 40. Oh no, that's too much. I get grumpy when it's 50. Sicily. Oh wow. France. So Diane, you've been to Germany and you drove over to France. So many churches and the doors on some buildings in France, very tall and beautiful. Oh yes, there's some beautiful buildings in Europe. So I lived in Germany for a while, and okay, Josie, we'll let you know. So I lived in Germany for a while, and I was so in awe of the buildings. It is just completely a class of its own. I think it's because they're so old. My boyfriend at that stage, his family they lived in a old house that was built like, I think it was 1400s, and part of it was built 900 after Christ, and it's just mind-boggling. I just couldn't get over the fact that things can be so old. Okay, this one is done. I just need to overlock it still, and then I can mail it off. I am so thankful for each of you who was here today. And in use, yes, you are. But you're still older than South Africa. South Africa only started in 1658 or something. So you still have places in Boston and those places that's older than South Africa. But you're... Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. It's time for supper. I'm quite hungry tonight. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Bye. Thanks, Becky. And thank you for the coffee. I really appreciate it.